up next, inside the college mind.
Develop a good, solid social life. I know you should be focusing on your studies, but you want to get a good experience, meet new people, do new things.
Well, it seems like my college days were a long time ago, because they were. It also seems like my college experience is very different than the college experience of today. Well, here to give us insight into university life is David Porter, a man who makes a living studying colleges and universities, and he is also the author of The Porter Principles. We also have our interns here, Andrea, who starts her first year of college at Bentley University in Massachusetts, Vanya, a junior at the University of South Florida, and Alana, a junior at the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill. Good to have you all here.
It's great to be here.
David, let's start with you. What exactly do you do for the college systems?
Well, I have an independent consulting firm, portercottconsulting.com, and my team and I, we go around to college and universities, and we really look to determine how to evolve and create a dining program that really responds to the daily life cycle needs of a student. So the students want to continue to participate in dining. Initially, sometimes they have to participate because they have a mandatory meal plan. But we want the students to want to come to dining. So we look at hours of operation, meal plans, facilities, menu variety and selection. And we really try and propose programs that are, first and foremost, dialed into the needs of the students to be successful. But when we do that in a way that brings the social transaction together for students, it makes it really rich so that you can see your friends, see and be seen, connect, and look forward to that. It almost helps ensure the success of dining, but it also creates benefits from retention, recruitment, and alumni participation.
All right, let's start with dining. Vanya, what's your plan?
It's funny that you talked about the meal plan. My freshman year, you didn't really have a choice about the meal plan. It was mandatory.
Sure.
And the way that they did that, they got you really good. The way that they did that is you didn't get your room assignment or where you were going to live until you were registered for a meal plan. So there was no way you can get out of it. Right. Even if you had the money to go and get your groceries and make food, because our dorms had kitchens, you had no choice. You had to get the meal plan. My meal plan was almost $2,000, and you didn't really eat that much. So
I did.
You didn't really eat that much. Just sometimes you felt like you had to go in there and eat just because you were paying so much money for it. Like, I need to walk out with an ice cream cone. I have to, because it's a $2,000 ice cream cone. Like, I have to eat this ice cream cone.
Is that normal for schools to make that mandatory?
It's very normal. I mean, that's the norm, to have mandatory participation, and there are some fundamentally good reasons for that if it's done properly. There's been evidence that students who live and dine on campus potentially can have higher GPAs, and there are higher graduation rates than those who don't. So that's an important part of it, but I hear a lot of comments and complaints about the meal plan, and it doesn't work, and we can't get what we want, or it costs too much for a little bit of food.
All right, we got to move on from the food here. Alana, college dorm and apartment life. Are you doing what are you doing?
I actually live in my sorority house.
Okay.
But my freshman year I was in dorms, and I got pretty lucky because I was on mid-campus as opposed to South Campus, which took 30 minutes to walk to a class. And I had pretty good suite mates. There were 8 of us sharing a bathroom.
That's a lot.
And the only times we really had problems would be in the mornings. You know, we're all trying to get ready for class. And then at night, late nights sometimes got a little bit weird. I had someone sleepwalk into my room.
Were they really sleepwalking?
That's what they claimed. They claimed they were sleepwalking, and we found a wrestler in our bathroom once.
Oh.
I don't really know what he was doing in there.
Are you going to stay with the sorority next year?
Yeah.
And you're going to live in the house?
We'll be living there again my junior year.
Okay. All right, Andrea. Well, let's talk about you. You are technically a sophomore. But,
yeah.
But you're starting your first year.
Yes.
Because you've taken all these courses while in high school.
Yeah, I took AP courses and got the credits, so I'm kind of like a freshman, sophomore, and I'll be able to graduate in like 3.5-ish years as opposed to 4.
And David, are a lot of people doing that now because they want to save money, so they take as many college courses as they can while they're in high school?
They do, and so really, technically, you're a sophomore, but it's be your first year experience. I mean, in a way, you still need to have that first year freshman, or now you're a sophomore, socialization, first time away from home. And a lot of transfer students do that too, who might go to a 2-year school and transfer into a 4-year school. And so there's the whole element of how do we connect socially? How do we feel like we're connected to the institution, to your school? And, you know, dining can play a central role in that if it's organized properly.
What advice do you have for Andrea?
Well, you definitely need to get involved. That's key. Develop a good, solid social life. I know you should be focusing on your studies, but you want to get a good experience, meet new people, do new things.
Vanya?
The best advice I can give you also to get involved. That's a really big part of it, about it, getting involved. And if you have something planned for the weekend, you work your butt off the first half of the week if you know that you want to go out on Friday. It's the only way to keep your sanity.
Right.
And finally, David, really quickly, your advice?
Well, again, I think involvement and connection socially is really critical. I mean, obviously, a lot of people want to connect. Facebook has proven that. And what we try and do is create the opportunity through dining and organizing dining so you can have those connections. At least one of the places in dining, what's more social than eating together? And then we can go from there.
Okay, but when you go to the dining hall, don't be doing this the whole time. Look up at the people you're eating with. David Porter, thank you very much. And good luck this year at school.
Thank you.
You're all
Good luck,
high
ladies.
achievers.